हरि ओम। ओ ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। ओम श्री महाविष्णवे नमः। ओम श्री महादेवाय नमः। ओम श्री महादुर्गाय नमः। ओम श्री राम रामाय नमः। ओम श्री सद्गुरवे नमः। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। भवानी शङ्करो वन्दे श्रद्धाविश्वासरूपिणो याभ्यां विना न पश्यन्ति सिद्धाः स्वान्तस्तमीश्वरम्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वमरोगताम् अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनुमत्स्मरणात् भवेत्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ नमः शिवाय 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 ॐ नमः शिवाय। नमः पार्वतीपतये। हर हर महादेव। हरि ओम हरि ओम। So we are seeing the 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. In this, Bhagwan concludes the teaching of the entire Bhagavad Gita. The main teaching of Gita is you can say the twofold path which is mentioned in our Vedas also, the path of karma and path of jnana is revealed in this Gita. All our sorrows, suffering in this world is because of not knowing ourselves as we are. We have a misunderstanding about our own Swarupa. So we have to remove that misunderstanding and recognize ourselves as that Supreme Brahma. But for that we have to do some sadhana and prepare our mind, our intellect, because with the help of our mind and intellect we acquire the knowledge, and thereafter we gain abidance in that Supreme Self. So in order to purify our mind, intellect, that is the Antakarana, we have to perform actions. Without actions we cannot purify our Antakarana. We cannot just give up actions. That is not possible also. And unnecessarily, if we try giving up actions, then outwardly we might be able to keep the body steady for some time, but the mind will keep running among objects. So the way of attaining that final state of realization is to first perform actions and purify our Antakarana. In a pure Antakarana only we will be able to gain that self-knowledge. So how to purify this Antakarana? By, Bhagwan says, we should do our duties properly. And our duties are based on our Varna and Ashrama. And our Varna is based on our past karmas. So depending on our past karmas, depending on the samskar, that is the swabhav, depending on our swabhav, we are born with certain predominant gunas. And based on these gunas, we are classified into 4 groups: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. Means we are born in Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra family. And based on this Varna and also based on our ashrama, we have our specific duties to be performed in the world and duties towards that Ishvara. So when we perform our duties as per our Varnashram in the world, the balance of the society is maintained, the harmony is maintained in the society. Because the whole social structure mentioned in our Shastra is based on this Varnashrama Dharma, and if everyone does their duties according to this, then the whole society runs very smoothly. And wherever there is discrepancies, wherever there is any deviation, then the then it is taken care of by the by those who are governing. And if things go really very wrong, then Bhagwan takes avatar. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir-bhavati bharata abhyutthanam dharmasya tadatmanam srijami aham. So whenever there is dharma glani, dharma becomes weak. Dharma becoming weak means people stop following their swadharma properly. And when dharma becomes weak, automatically adharma rises. Then Bhagwan takes avatar to destroy those who are following the path of adharma. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkrutam. Those who are following the adharma are called dushkruta. And those who follow dharma, they are protected. Paritranaya sadhunam. And dharma sansthapanarthaya. And again Bhagwan re-established dharma. And that is precisely what Bhagwan did when he took avatar as Sri Krishna. So Bhagwan destroyed all those who were following the path of adharma. He protected those who were following the path of dharma. And through his life and through his teachings, Bhagwan established dharma. So this Bhagavad Gita is the most important teaching of Bhagwan, wherein he revealed the very essence of dharma. So here we have seen that how the karmas are prescribed for the four varnas. So those who are born as Brahman, for them Bhagwan, the Shastras prescribe Shama, Dhamma, Tapa, Shaucha, Kshanti, Arjavam, Jnanam, Vijnanam, Astikyam. These are Brahma Karma Svabhavajam. Then for those who are Kshatriyas, the karmas are Shaurya, Tejaha, Dhriti, Daksham, Yuddhe cha Apalayanam, Danam, Ishvara Bhavascha, Kshatra Karma Svabhavajam. Then for the Vaishyas, the Krishi, Gauraksha and Vanijya is the Swabhavik Karma. And for Shudras, the Paricharyatmakam, the service, Seva, is the Swabhavik Karma. So all when we perform our karma according to our gunas, the Antakarana becomes Shuddha. And we become fit for gaining that self-knowledge. See, one thing here we have to understand, very important, that a person may be born in any varna, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. When we perform our karma according to our varna, dedicating our karma to Bhagwan, our antakarana becomes pure. So, even a person born with a Shudra can develop a pure antakarana. Or a person who might be born in a Brahman family may have an impure antakarana. The purity of our antakarana doesn't depend on our varna. Means a person may be born in a higher varna but may have impure antakarana. So one has to put forth effort to purify our antakarana. There may be those who are born as Vaishya or Shudra may have pure antakarana and may be fit for self-knowledge. But there might be those who are born as Brahmana or Kshatriya may not have a pure antakarana, may be totally unfit for self-knowledge. So the purity of our antakarana is very important, And just being born in a particular varna is no guarantee of a Shuddha Antakarana. That is one thing. Another thing, that though Sattva Gun is clarity, and it what call, when a person has Sattva Gun, one becomes fit to gain knowledge and also experiences that inner joy. Rajogun, a person becomes restless and lot of desires also comes. And Tamogun makes a person lethargic, tamasic. Now one thing we have to understand, this Tamogun is not ignorance. Ignorance is different. What we call avidya is not tamogun. Avidya is not knowing myself, not knowing that I am Brahma. And tamogun is of the nature of darkness. For example, when, let us say, if I am ignorant about something, then even when I go to sleep, I am ignorant. Even I am awake, when I am awake, I am ignorant. That ignorance is a different thing altogether. A person who is overpowered by tamogun gets overpowered by dullness, laziness, sleepiness. So even a great master may feel sleepy and go to sleep, but that doesn't mean he has become ignorant. So tamogun is not avidya. Tamogun is Bhagwan's Shakti only, these three gunas. So Sattvagun, Rajogun, Tamogun is Bhagwan's Shakti. Bhagwan is not ignorant. Ignorance belongs to the Jiva. So a person who might be born in a Shudra Varna may still have pure Antakarana and may gain that self-knowledge. Therefore, we have stories of great rishis, great Mahatmas, all of them were not born in a higher varna. Even Valmiki Rishi was not born in a Brahman family or something. But by chanting Bhagwan's name, his Antakarana became absolutely pure. His varna did not change, but his Antakarana became pure. Shabriji was not born in some Brahman family. She was a poor, forest-dwelling lady. And she used to serve her teacher and had great love for Bhagwan. And just staying in her ashram, chanting Bhagwan's name, remembering Bhagwan all the time, Sri Ram came to her ashram by himself. And Bhagwan gave his darshan and blessed her with that self-knowledge. So, Antakaran Shuddhi can be attained by a Shudra, by a Vaishya, by a Kshatriya, by a Brahman, by a child, by a Stri, by a Purush, by anyone. And that is our main purpose. The purpose of spirituality is not to become a king somewhere, or not to become something in this world or other world. Or the work which we do in this world depends on our varna. But our spirituality depends on the purity of our antakarana which we attain, whatever be our varna. That we should remember. Even Vedavyasji. Vedavyasji's father was Parashara and his mother was Satyavati, a fisherwoman. Vedavyasji was not a Brahman by birth, but you cannot compare anyone with Vedavyasji. He was a Vishala Buddhe of tremendous intelligence. That Vedavyasji wrote what you call this Mahabharata. He classified the Vedas. He wrote so many Puranas. You can't compare the genius of Vedavyasji. That Antakaran Shuddhi gives that knowledge, self-knowledge. Because Antakaran Shuddhi makes a person's buddhi sukshma. Antakarana Shuddhi makes a person's buddhi sukshma, subtle, that is becomes fit for gaining self-knowledge. That is what Bhagavan now tells us, that how you can, through your karma, how you can purify your mind. Hey Arjuna, please listen from me. So that's yesterday we chanted this shloka, again day before we chanted this shloka. Again we will chant shloka number 45. Sve sve karmanyabhiratah samsiddhim labhate narah swakarmanah swakarmanirata siddhim yatha vindati tashrunu. Hey Arjuna, you listen carefully. Bhagavan is saying that sve sve karmani abhiratah samsiddhim labhate naraha. Arjuna, understand that a naraha, a person, a human being. See, this Gita and Upanishads are given to human beings, not to animals, birds, plant. They don't have adhikar of knowledge. They will not be able to understand. A human being is given this capacity to comprehend, to understand. Because we can use our mind, our intellect to comprehend subtle things of life. The animals and birds, they can use only their senses. No doubt they also have mind, they also have antakarana, but it is not as well developed as the antakarana of a human being. So they are not able to gain this knowledge. But a human being can gain this knowledge. So therefore Bhagavan is talking to human beings here through Arjuna, to every one of us. He says, ki naraha, a human being, samsiddhim labhate, gains some siddhi, purity of our mind, and become fit for self-knowledge, means become fit for abidance in the self. What is samsiddhi? Shankaracharya ji writes, ki swakarma anushtanat ashuddhikshaye sati kayendriyanam jnananishta yogyata lakshanam. Ki when we perform our duties properly, when we follow swadharma, then what happens? Ashuddhikshaya, all the impurities of our antakarana gets wiped out, goes away. See, raga, dvesha, kama, krodha, these are the impurities. These are the impurities. Tamogun, rajogun, sattvagun by themselves are not impurities. They are there. The three gunas are there in everyone. But when they express negatively, those negative emotions, thoughts, values, which one encourages inside are the impurities, raga, dvesha, kama, krodha, lobha, moha. Also, the impurity at a subtler level created by our avidya, that is the sense of doership, knowership and enjoyership, kartrutva, jnatritva, bhoktrutva, bhavana. So those impurities are there which become more and more with our desire prompted and selfish activities and adharmic or paradharmic activities. But if we perform our swadharma, then we will be able to purify our antakarana, ashuddhi kshaya, all the ashuddhi goes away, and kayendriyanam jnana-nishtha yogyata lakshanam, and our body and our senses and our antakarana become fit for jnana-nishtha. Means not only we gain self-knowledge, but we become fit to gain abidance in self-knowledge. Through karma, we gain knowledge, but we also become fit to gain abidance in self-knowledge. See, Chitta Shuddhi gives us that ability to abide in self-knowledge. So, Jnana Nishtha Yogyata Lakshanam. Jnana Nishtha. One is we gain self-knowledge through Shravan, through Manan, but through Nididhyasan we gain Jnana Nishtha. Only through Shravan Manan Jnana Nishtha is not gained. Through Nididhyasan we gain Jnana Nishtha. But everyone is not fit for Nididhyasan. So who becomes fit? One whose mind, antakarana becomes pure. And how the antakarana becomes pure? By performing our karmas properly. So that is what Bhagavan says, Swe Swe Karmani Abhiratah. Swe Swe means apne apne karma mein, swadharma mein. In our own karma, you revel in your own karma. See, all of us are unique. What is our uniqueness? Our uniqueness is our samskar with which we are born. Every one of us are born with different samskars. See, like our mobile, Let us say 100 people are there who buy the same model of mobile on the same day at the same time. And they activate that mobile. So a same type of mobile is manufactured by the company and it is bought by 100 people. And they activate the mobile. They put the SIM card and all those things. After a month, you check all these 100 mobiles. None of them will be exactly same. The contacts in their mobile will be different. The application in their mobile will be different. The messages sent and received may be different. The emails sent and received will be different. All the download and all those things which they do, upload and all will be different. Everything will be different. So the mobile is made by the company, but the difference is made by their own karma, according to their own vasanas. Similarly, our body is made by Bhagwan. But the samskar which we have, the mind, the intellect is also made by Bhagwan. Means all of them are Prakriti only. Our Sukshma Sharir and Sthula Sharir are the products of Prakriti. But Avidya belongs to us. It's like our SIM card. And all the effects of Avidya belongs to us. Confusion, delusion, sorrow, pain, anger, jealousies, hatred, pride, hypocrisy, all this belongs to us. They are not created by Bhagwan. They are created by us and they give us sorrow, pain. Bhagwan is just telling us how to get rid of all these negativities. Just as when something goes wrong with our mobile, we go to the repair person who is authorized from the company only, so he knows and he repairs the whole thing. The screen is broken and all, the company then effectively changes it. Similarly, Bhagwan says that I will give you technique by which you can purify your antakarana and make it as pure as the original. If the antakarana becomes as pure, free from all avidya and all, you will gain liberation here and now. Bhagwan says, I will tell you how you can do it. The method for it is Sve Karmani Abhirataha. You revel in your own karma. As I said, everyone is unique. Each one of us, we have our unique samskar. The philosophy behind all this is that recognize your own samskar and do your karma according to that, in tune with the guidance of the scriptures. If my samskar is tamasic, I will be inclined towards laziness, sleep, forgetfulness. So the scripture says, don't be forgetful, don't be lazy and all, but you use your whatever energy you have for seva. If you do that, even with your tamasic background, your antakarana will become shuddha and you will gain that ability to gain self-knowledge and you will become free even while remaining a Shudra. Like those who were born in Danava, like Bhakta Prahlad. He was born in a Danava Vansha, Asura. His father was an Asura, his grandfather was an Asura. I don't know about grandfather, but father was Asura. But Bhakta Prahlad became so pure through his bhakti, through his seva, that he is remembered as the foremost devotee of Bhagwan. Even Vibhishan, though brother of Ravan and all, but he followed the path of goodness and attained Bhagwan. So Bhagwan says, Sve karmani abhiratah. See, I am giving a lot of stress to this because people they have this strange tendency of not liking their own dharma, but liking somebody else's dharma. A Brahmana will not like to do his Sandhya Vandan, study of the Shastras, contemplate, quieten the mind, gain that qualification for self-knowledge. He wants to become a Kshatriya. He wants to become a businessman. He wants to do some service in some company. or Stri and Purush. The Stri wants to imitate the Purush. That's what many times it happens in the world also. The woman, they try to show that, we can do all the work which a man can do. Yes, it is possible. If you put forth effort, you can do anything in this world. But that is not the intention. That is not the way. That is not how the whole philosophy is. That you understand your uniqueness, you understand your speciality, and express that with the fullest measure. Express your speciality in the best possible way. That is very important. अपने कर्मों को पहचानो, and that you do to the best of your ability. We don't have to imitate somebody else. Imitating someone else is not spirituality. Whether you are imitating someone higher or lower or different, it doesn't matter. We have to recognize what is our uniqueness and express it, because Bhagwan has given us this body mind, which is so special. So use it for what purpose it has been given. First of all, if we are human beings, so we should behave like human beings. We should develop we should encourage and enhance the humane qualities. If I am a girl, if I am a boy, I should enhance those qualities and express them. Because everyone is unique, everyone is special, everyone is good, everyone is useful for the society. Society cannot survive even for a second if one of this class disappears. Society cannot survive without Brahmans, without Kshatriyas, without Vaishyas, without Shudras. Just as in our body, we have the Kshatriyas also, the white blood corpuscles are there. If any antibodies, any what you call viruses and all come in, they fight with them and destroy them. So, स्वे स्वे कर्मणि अभिरतः समसिद्धिम लभते नरः. Bhagwan says, अपने अपने कर्म में अभिरतः, reveling, means performing one's own karma, enjoying one's own karma, enjoying one's own uniqueness. Be in love with yourself, be in love with your own karma. Nij nij karma nirat shruti riti. In Ramayana also it says, Nij nij karma nirat shruti riti. Tehi kar fal puni vishaya viraga, tab mama dharma upaj anuraga. Shravanadika nava bhakti dudhai, mama leelarati ati manamahi. So, swe swe karmani abhiratah samsiddhim labate naraha. But does it mean just by performing our duties we will purify our antakarana? Says no. Kim swakarma anushtanatah eva sakshat samsiddhihi. Can we just attain this purity of our antakarana and become fit for jnana nishtha just by performing our karma? Bhagwan says no, there is a method. Na katham tarhi swakarma siddhim yatha ena prakarena vindati tashrunu. The method I will tell you, that you listen. Just by performing our duty will not make us pure. There is something more to be done. What should be done? That you listen. Hey Arjuna, I will tell you. So what should be done? That Bhagwan now tells in the 46th verse. Very important, should remember. Yata pravrittir bhutanam yena sarvamidam tatam swakarmana tam abhyarcha siddhim vindati manavaha. Bhagwan says कि yatah pravrittir bhutanam, from where all the beings are born, from whom all the beings are born, and ena sarvam idam tatam, and who pervades everything. Who is such a person? Ishvara. Ishvara is one from whom everyone is born, and Ishvara is one who pervades everything. Who is Ishvara? That Brahma. Along with his Shakti, Brahma is called Ishvara. When you talk about Brahma, when the Shastras talk about Brahma, along with his Shakti. And why we have to talk about Brahma along with Shakti? When you have to talk about the creation of the world, sustenance of the world, dissolution of the world, then that Brahma is called Ishvara. Ishvara and Brahma are same. Like a person is there. So you go to a place, and then there is someone who introduces you to a person. He says he is Mr. Sharma. ये शर्मा जी है. You say, Hariom, nice meeting you, Sharma ji. Then another boy comes there in the party, and then that host introduces you to that person also. कि ये जो है वो रमेश है. अरे वाह, nice meeting you, young boy. Then again that Sharma ji is there, and the host introduces again that Sharma ji. He says, ये Sharma ji जो है, ये उस रमेश के पिताजी है. So I said, just now you said he is Sharma ji, and now you are saying he is Pitaji. He says, हाँ, वो शर्मा जी और पिताजी एक ही व्यक्ति है. When you have to talk about the son and his relation, then we say Pitaji. Otherwise, वो शर्मा जी ही है. वैसे ही Brahma means Sharma ji, Ishvara is like Pitaji, and the Jagat is like the son of that Pitaji. The world is the son of Ishvara. So Brahma alone with his Shakti is called Ishvara. So the Ishvara is the very source, the Abhinna Nimitta Upadan Karan of this world. So everything has come from Ishvara, remains in Ishvara, and merges back into Ishvara. The entire world with all the beings are born in Ishvara, sustained in Ishvara, and merges back into Ishvara. That we have seen in all these previous chapters, so many places. So here Bhagwan says, Yatah pravrittir bhutana, जिनसे ये सभी प्राणियों की प्रवृत्ति, उत्पत्ति और चेष्टा, all the creation of everything, everyone, and the activity of everyone, from where, because of whom all the activities happen, and who pervades everything, is that Ishvara. Here Ishvara is introduced in this way. Who is Ishvara, from whom the whole world has come into existence and who pervades everything? Means who is the nimitta as well as upadan karan of this world. Nimitta means he created this world. Upadan means he himself has become the world. The material, upadan means material cause. Nimitta means the efficient cause. Just like if we have a pot, the material cause of a pot is the clay, and the nimitta karano, efficient cause of that pot, is the pot maker. Similarly, this world is, if it is taken as a pot, then who is the pot maker? Ishvara. And what is the clay? Clay is also Ishvara. Just as the clay pervades the pot, Ishvara pervades this whole world. Hari Vyapak Sarvatra Samana. Bhagwan pervades everything. Maya tatamidam sarvam. So yata pravrittir bhutanam yena sarvamidam tatam. Means Ishvara जो है स्वकर्मणा tam abhyarcha. With your karma you worship that Ishvara. Swakarmana means with your swadharma, swe karma, with your own karma, not with somebody else's karma. Not by imitating someone you worship Ishvara. Not by trying to become something else you worship Ishvara. If you are a human being, don't behave like a monkey to worship Ishvara. So, depending on your varna, which is depending on your gunas, and your ashrama, and your gender, find out what's your kartavya, and performing that kartavya as a seva of Ishvara. Because Ishvara is present in everyone. So when we live according to our own varnashrama, Bhagwan is pleased everywhere, wherever he is. Bhagwan becomes happy. Bhagwan is pleased. Just as in our own body, when I am healthy, each and every cell of my body is satisfied. Healthy doesn't mean only my eyes are healthy or ears are healthy or nose is healthy. When the entire person is healthy, that means each and every cell is satisfied. Similarly, when we offer our own karma to Ishvara, Ishvara becomes satisfied, means everything in this world benefits from our karma. Being true to our own nature, being true to our own swadharma, we are serving everyone, because Ishvara is present in everyone. So swakarmana tam abhyarcha, अपने कर्म से उनकी आराधना करो, पूजा करो. शंकराचार्य जी राइट्स कि यतः यस्मात् प्रवृत्ति उत्पत्ति ही चेष्टा वा यस्मात् अंतर्यामिणः ईश्वरात्. ईश्वर कौन है? अंतर्यामी भी है. ही इज द इनर कंट्रोलर. ही इज प्रेजेंट इन एवरीवन एंड कंट्रोल्स एवरीवन. भूतानां प्राणिनां स्यात् ईश्वरेण सर्वम इदम जगत ततम. एंड ईश्वर परवेड्स द एंटायर वर्ल्ड. So swakarmana, with that karma which was mentioned before, according to our varna and ashrama, So purvoktena prativarnam tam ishwaram abhyarcha. So with that karma, abhyarcha means pujayitva. You do the puja of Ishvara. Work is worship, as Swami Vivekananda used to say. This is what it means, that your work itself is Ishvara's worship. Ishvara is pleased when you do your duties properly, dedicating them to Ishvara. He is happy. So pujayitva aradhya kevalam jnana nishtha yogyata lakshanam. And when we do this, then we become fit to gain knowledge and gain abidance in our knowledge. So the karma, just by doing our duty itself, is not everything. Those duties should be dedicated to Ishvara. See, in the world, many people, they say that, oh, hum to hamara kaam karte hai, we do our duties, but we don't believe in that Ishvara and all. Then that is not called karma yoga. Then that doesn't lead to chitta shuddhi. That will give them punya and they might attain swargalok, etc. But to gain chitta shuddhi and become fit to gain abidance in self-knowledge, one has to dedicate one's action to Ishvara. If we don't have faith in Ishvara, if we don't understand the nature of Ishvara as revealed here, then we will not be able to dedicate that to Ishvara. And that will not lead to Chitta Shuddhi and Jnana Nishtha. So this is the method. So yata pravrittir bhutanam yena sarvam idam tatam swakarmana tam abhyarcha siddhim vindati manavaha. A human being will attain siddhi. Siddhi means become fit for jnana nishtha. Chitta shuddhi will take place, jnana prapti will happen, and then jnana nishtha means the antakarana will become pure, will gain self-knowledge, and then gain abidance in self-knowledge. Will become fit for that. Okay? Now there may be some person who might say that what if I am very good in doing some other work? What if I am very good in paradharma? Paradharma means somebody else's duties. Suppose I am a Brahmana, but I am very good as a Kshatriya. I mean, I can do very good work as a Kshatriya. Or I can be a very good Vaishya. I can be a good businessman. I can excel. I can come in the top 10 businessmen of the world. Because I have the intelligence and ability. But if I am a Brahman, then to do the work of a Vaishya will be paradharma. Paradharma means dusro ka dharma. Bhagavan says that is not done. That will not give you chitta shuddhi. And that was said in the 3rd chapter also. And here again Bhagavan is repeating. So let us chant verse number 47. Shreyan swadharmo vigunaha paradharmat swanushtitat swabhavaniyatam karma kurvannapnoti kilbisham. Bhagavan says कि श्रेयान स्वधर्म. Swadharma means according to our own swabhav, which we are carrying from our past lives, that we are born in a particular varna, or that we are having a predominant gunas according to our swabhav. The karma which is prescribed for us is what is called Swadharma. Now this Swadharma is also expression of these gunas only. Sattva gun, Rajogun, Tamogun. And these three gunas are part of this Prakriti. And these three gunas are what you call, we have to ultimately transcend the three gunas. So the three gunas also bind people, na? So they are also vigunaha. They are defect. They are not so great. But Bhagwan says, कि श्रेयान स्वधर्मः विगुणः अपि, that even though it is of the made up of gunas, it is not so great, it is not like transcending the gunas, but it is better to do your swadharma than to do paradharma. Paradharmat swanushtitat. Even if you do it to the best of your ability, you do it better than others. दूसरों का काम, if you can do better, Bhagwan said that should not be done. You do your work. दूसरों का काम करने मत जाओ. That is what is happening in the modern times. People, first of all, they don't recognize their own uniqueness, their own greatness. And they try to imitate someone else. That is what is happening, because we are attracted by glamour, by publicity, by popularity. So we see who is the most popular, who is most glamorous. So everyone wants to become like that. It is some trend comes in the society. Everyone wants to become doctors, everyone wants to become engineers, everyone wants to become lawyers, some trend comes. Or everyone wants to become some sports person, this, that. Why? Because that fellow is so popular. And my father wanted to become, but he could not get admission in the medical college. So he is forcing his son to become a doctor. That son doesn't have any inclination for that. So, Shreyan Swadharmaha Vigunaha Api Paradharmat Swanushtitat. Swabhava niyatam karma. This swadharma is swabhava niyatam karma. It is based on our swabhav. Swabhav is our past karmas. Based on the past karmas, we are born with certain predominant gunas, which remain in the same way throughout our life, more or less. So based on that, when we do our karma that is best for us, it will give us chitta shuddhi. Swabhava niyatam karma kurvan na apnoti kilbisham. And if we do swabhava niyatam karma, though it is made up of the gunas only, sometimes if my swabhava is what you call tamoguni, means if I am born as a shudra and predominant tamasic quality, and if I keep doing that work according to my varna, Bhagwan says that will be the best for you. You can antakaran shuddhi hogi, and you will gain self-knowledge, and you will gain enlightenment. And others who might be in the higher varna and doing paradharma, they will be stuck in this samsara. So understand the whole psychology behind this properly. Shreyan swadharmo vigunaha paradharma swanushtitat स्वभाव नियतम कर्म कुर्वन न आपनोति किल्बिषम. अपने स्वभाव के अनुसार कर्म करने से you will not incur any sin, you will not become impure. So that is very important. More about this we will see in our next class. So tomorrow is Saturday. We will have chutti. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow we will not have classes. Our next class will be on Monday. Okay. So till then you take care, be happy, safe, peaceful, healthy, do your work, do your sadhana, contemplate on what you are hearing, understand this Bhagavad Gita properly, and after understanding Gita, practice, put it into practice in your life, and also share the right understanding with your family and friends. And we shall meet again on Monday. Hari Om. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya 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 Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Sham. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Jaya Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Boliye Siyavar Ramachandra Bhagwan ki Jai. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.